Schedules available. Call Midcon Cables today.
Now at 10, barely a month after the closure of the Tyson plant in Noel, Missouri, high school students unite to bring a holiday meal to those still uncertain of the future. Plus, a Joplin organization sets the table for a Thanksgiving feast that could draw hundreds tomorrow. And the Carl Junction Chamber of Commerce bids farewell to one of their own.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
McDonald County, Missouri students are doing their best to make sure everyone in their community gets a Thanksgiving meal at a time when their community faces unusual financial challenges. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
Just over a month after the Tyson plant closed in Noel, Missouri, those who are out of work now may be worrying about how to provide a Thanksgiving meal. However, students at McDonald County High are making sure that everyone enjoys Thanksgiving.
Not everyone has privilege like we do, like we're able to do this for everyone. And we just wanted to give families a chance to have the Thanksgiving meal that they deserve and that they should have.
With full support from their teachers.
You know, it is the most awesome thing as a teacher. You always hope and dream of a situation like this where kids can come together and think of something beyond themselves.
The impact of 1,500 jobs being stripped away from this community has been devastating for some.
He's the only one in his family that is making money right now because his parents worked for Tyson, and so he's the only one with an income and he has to provide for his family. And it's sad seeing that because it shouldn't be like that.
But these students are making sure that those in need are provided and cared for.
We want everyone to be fed and happy and leave full.
Reporting in McDonald County, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The SIDS were able to serve a lot of people within the community, but all the food that was not used today is being donated to a local food bank. Salvation Army of Jasper and Newton counties is getting ready for its Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. Folks will be able to swing by the Salvation Army at 320 East 8th Street in Joplin from noon to 1 to get a free Thanksgiving meal. Officials said they usually serve between 400 and 600 people on Thanksgiving Day.
It is a lot of looking at numbers, looking at how much we would need per person. So how many stuffing boxes, how many green bean cans, how many mushroom soup cans, just kind of getting it prepped. They have a local college group that comes in and actually debones all of the turkeys and gets it ready for us. So we have that blessing.
Now, if you want to help make sure everyone does have food this holiday season, you might consider donating to our Feed the 4 States campaign. Just go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The weather looking okay for the holiday. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we're going to warm back up just a little bit more compared to what we saw today. We only made it up to 50. Average high is 56 degrees. Look at that. We started at 25 during the morning hours, record high at 77. Yes, we are going to warm up a little bit more as we go into Thanksgiving. Not outside right now. It's 35 in Joplin, 37 in Pittsburgh. But if you look at our MoDOT cameras, you can tell the roads are dry. They're going to stay dry for us tonight. Grand Lake 32, Monette 36, 37 in Pittsburgh. We have 38 in Independence. Temperatures dropping back, but we do have the clear skies. We'll see the clear skies as we go through the overnight hours tonight. So if you're doing any traveling tomorrow morning, don't worry about any inconvenient weather for you across the region besides the temperatures. We're going to start at about 34 degrees, rebounding to 50 by 10 a.m. We do have some rain and snow in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. A judge today sentenced a Goodman, Missouri man to life in prison for child sex crimes. Authorities say David Hood sexually assaulted 3 underage family members. A jury found him guilty of statutory rape, first-degree sodomy, and 3 counts of incest. He received 3 life sentences for those crimes. The head of the Carl Junction Chamber of Commerce is stepping down. The chamber today said farewell to its executive director, Kavanaugh Studevin, with a small public event. Studevin says leaving is going to be hard, but she won't be far away.
It's bittersweet, and I'm definitely going to miss it, but I'm still excited that I'm still going to be around in the community and still being able to serve the residents of Carl Junction just in a different capacity.
Kavanaugh continues to serve her community with the Economic Security Corporation in Joplin as a community organizer. Thanksgiving just hours away, and that means Black Friday shopping is just around the corner. Cherokee County Sheriff David Groves wants to remind shoppers that the retail holiday still comes with some potential scams. Don't show large amounts of cash when paying for items, and don't leave items in your vehicle, but put them in the trunk instead. Have a reliable location for package drop-offs and monitor all credit card activity. We have some additional tips on our website, again, KOAMnewsnow.com. No surprise, but Walmart is already prepared for the potential rush of shoppers by doubling down on Black Friday. The retailer plans to offer 2 Black Friday events and to wrap up the month with some Cyber Monday savings. Although many people will associate the event with some big savings, one employee in Pittsburgh wants people to know safety is the store's first concern.
Safety is number one. We have to focus on that safety, and especially today. It's a very busy day in the store, day before Thanksgiving. A lot of customers are out getting their last minute stuff. You have to make sure that we are, like I said, it's almost like a puzzle. You're moving things around, but you have to do it strategically.
Walmart Plus members get a 3-hour head start on Black Friday deals. Some changes coming to Kansas license plates. Take a look. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly announced the new design today. The state plans to phase out the old embossed standard plates because of safety concerns. Because the design is such a departure, we want to know what you think. Go to KOAMnewsnow.com/news and let us know what you think of the new design. The design pays tribute to the state motto, Ad Astra per Spero, with "To the Stars" emblazoned across the bottom of the plate. Some good news for kids of all ages as Santa has made his way down from the North Pole to our neighborhood. The Jolly Old Soul has set up shop in the center court of Joplin's North Park Mall to greet the kids, take down their holiday requests, and just so the 4-legged members of the family aren't left out, pet photos with Santa are available all day on Mondays during Santa's visit. Coming up, the Chiefs Kingdom lays claim to the biggest fans, but the Chiefs name one Missouri teacher Fan of the Year. Plus, the Gorillas get ready for their next playoff match. John's going to have a preview for us in sports.
Let Ford make the holidays bright. Go over any type of terrain at U.S. Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
New York's governor says there was no indication of a terrorist attack in the Thanksgiving Eve vehicle crash and explosion that killed 2 people at a checkpoint on the American side of a U.S.-Canada bridge in Niagara Falls, New York. Michael George has more.
Dramatic video shows the vehicle speeding along the roadway and launching into the air before landing and exploding on the U.S. side of the border with Canada. Authorities say the 2 people inside the car died in the incident that took place on the busiest travel day of the year.
At this time, there is no indication of a terrorist attack, but I state the caveat that the investigation is ongoing.
A preliminary federal law enforcement assessment obtained by CBS News says the vehicle hit a curb or embankment, crashed through a fence, and landed in a secondary inspection area, then caught fire and exploded. The incident, the day before Thanksgiving, initially raised security concerns on both sides of the border.
The world is watching to find out what happened here. And again, at a time when there's such high anxiety, stress levels are already high, and we've been on heightened alert since October 7th.
Disclosing few details, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said the driver was from Western New York.
And then it looked like he hit the fence, and this fire started, and then all of a sudden he went up in the air, and then it was a ball of fire like 30, 40 feet high. I've never seen anything like it.
A Border Patrol officer was injured, but officials say he was largely protected by a security booth. The Rainbow Bridge will remain closed for now as law enforcement continues to investigate. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The White House said the president was closely following developments, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said officials were taking this extraordinarily seriously. Police are investigating after a person was killed in a shooting outside a casino in Bartlesville, Oklahoma yesterday. According to the Osage County Sheriff's Office, a trial officer was responding to a possible theft at the new Osage Casino and Hotel. A tribal officer, I believe. Police say a person was allegedly trying to leave with stolen property. The person then tried to drive away as the officer was trying to get into the car. Police say that's when a citizen shot the driver, who died from their injuries. Authorities say neither the suspected shooter nor the driver are tribal members. A lot of people would argue they are the biggest Kansas City Chiefs fan. Doug thinks he's the biggest Chiefs fan. But reporter Jackson Overstreet brings us the story of a man the Chiefs have named the Fan of the Year.
And so this is what I envisioned standing right there at the top of the steps. This is what I saw right then.
Kelly Kennedy is a Chiefs fan, but that may be an understatement. Kelly Kennedy may be one of the biggest Chiefs fans, ever since he saw the team play for the first time when he was a kid.
Chiefs ended up winning 21-20, and from that time on, I was hooked.
Kennedy has been a season ticket holder since 1995. And you can see by his basement in his house in Hayesville, he's collected a lot of team history.
Autographed by Tony Gonzalez.
By now, you can probably guess Kennedy is not any normal Chiefs fan. He's the Chiefs' 2023 nominee for NFL Fan of the Year. He was surprised with the nomination before the Chiefs' opening game back in September, getting the news directly from NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
He handed me the jersey, and I was just dumbfounded. I didn't know what to say. I was holding up the jersey.
But Kennedy is more than just a Chiefs fan. Part of his nomination comes from his work as both the swim coach at Campus High School and the fundraising they do with the Swim to a Wish event every year.
We're getting ready to do year number 12, and we've raised a little over $250,000 for Make-A-Wish.
Kelly started fundraising to pay back Make-A-Wish because 20 years ago the organization sent him, his wife, and his 4-year-old daughter to Disney World.
You know, I've had some of them from Make-A-Wish say, "Kelly, you've paid us back," but I don't see it that way. That it's just, I don't know that I could ever pay you back for that.
If you ask Kennedy, he still doesn't quite believe that he's Fan of the Year, but he plans to make Chiefs Kingdom proud.
I'm doing the best that I can to put a positive light on them, and in my little part of the world that I can do that on.
Obviously, Kennedy does, in fact, make Chiefs Kingdom proud. A little bit later, John has a full slate of college basketball. That's coming up in sports.
Plus, we have a storm system we need to track for the weekend. We're going to look at that coming up.
This is home. Or get your trade-in value today.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Well, it was definitely a chilly day for us on Thanksgiving Eve, but of course we had the sunshine outside for us today, which is nice. And we still have clear skies right now. Here's a nice shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. If you are out tonight is a big night. A lot of people go out and about. The deer are really moving. And of course, it's dark, it's cold, and there's a lot of traffic out there tonight. And then once again, as we go into really the next several days, but a nice shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Temperatures 36 Lamar, 33 in Anderson, 31 in Miami, Pitt 37, Parsons a little bit warmer at 36 degrees. 35 7th and Rangeline. It feels a little bit colder due to our southerly wind at about 5 to 10, but our visibility is looking pretty good. We're going to bottom out at about 34 later on tonight. Back to 50. That's where our high was today. We're going to be at 50 at 10 a.m. We're going to tack on a good 10 degrees for a high tomorrow afternoon. We stay with clear skies. We got clear skies, so if you're getting up early traveling, no issues. We do have some clouds across the northern plains, a weak cold front, which will slide through tomorrow afternoon. That's what's going to cool us down Friday, but it doesn't really have any moisture with it. This system will start to grab some moisture as it heads into our neck of the woods, but that's not going to occur until late in the day on Saturday. All right, let's look through your next 48 hours. I'm going to stop at about 6:30 in the morning. It's cold. 31 Nevada, 32 in Neosho. Carthage, 33. Miami, 31. Iola, 31. Sunshine through the morning. Mid to upper 50s by noon. Should spike 60, but I want you to notice here's 3:30. Look at the winds. They're out of the north. A cold front slides through during the afternoon. Behind this front, those northerly winds will crank up a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit breezy late tomorrow evening. By evening, we slide back through the lower 40s. And then once we get into Friday morning, Black Friday, a lot of clouds, but we're going to be dry. Temps near freezing. Clouds will break late in the day, but look at our temps. Significantly cooler on Friday than what we're going to see tomorrow. We're going to make it right around 60 degrees. 56 at noon, 60, clouds increase. It's a pretty good day. All right, traveling. Let's go into the weekend. Of course, Black Friday, we're dry, stiff northeasterly wind. Watch this system. We're going to go into Saturday evening. Here's 4 p.m. This is all snow, central Kansas, if you're heading that way. Wichita, 32, 39, Yates Center. Rain starts to work into Joplin by Saturday evening. Periods of rain and snow. Saturday night could be moderate snow in our northern counties. We'll have to see where that rain-snow line sets up. This is still 3.5 days away. Will it shift a little farther south? Will it shift a little bit farther north? As we go into Sunday morning, rain and snow tapers off. We'll be out of here by Sunday afternoon. But as of tonight, and this will most likely shift a little bit tomorrow, really from Independence, Parsons, Pittsburgh, Nevada north, you guys have the best chances to wake up Sunday morning with whiteness on the ground. 60 tomorrow, 47 on Friday, quite a bit cooler. 49 Saturday, rain and snow moving Saturday night into Sunday morning, but we stay chilly. I mean, all the way until late next week, but gosh, can you believe it? Next Friday is December 1st, which is crazy.
And prior to that, you're forecasting a possibility in the northern counties of whiteness on the ground.
I know, kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the terminology from meteorology school.
Yeah, weather school.
Yeah, weather school. Chance of whiteness on the ground. Coming up in sports, a busy day of college basketball across the 4 states. Plus, Pitt State football previews its second round playoff game with Grand Valley State. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
Fun, winning excitement? Then it's time to go to Indigo Sky Casino.
For the first time all season, Pittsburgh State football enters a game where it isn't the overwhelming favorite. On Saturday, the Gorillas face Grand Valley State on the road in Allendale, Michigan. PSU head coach Brian Wright says the Lakers are the best team the Gorillas will have seen this year.
This is the most balanced football team, across the board. They're just really, really good. And certainly their offense has a lot to do with that. When you start with that offensive line and the quarterback and the running back there, that allows them to do a lot of things, not only in the running game, but in their passing game as well.
So 2 DNs. They're also first team all conference as well. They got a nose tackle. He's only played like 6 or 7 games so far. He's honorable mention this year, but he was second team all conference last year. And then they have another guy that was the second team all conference. So their whole D-line is all conference guys. So obviously it's a good D-line and they're good at what they do. I think the scheme benefits what they do and helps them out with that.
This will be one of the most anticipated D2 football games in the country this year. Grand Valley State is currently ranked number 2 in the country. The Gorillas are number 5. I'll be covering the game up in Michigan. Check out my Facebook, that's Dales KOAM, and my Twitter, JohnDales_, for coverage all weekend. Over to college basketball. Pitt State Women's Hoops plays its second game in the past couple of days. In Arkadelphia, yesterday evening, the Gorillas improved to 4-0 with a 26-point win over Washita Baptist. And this afternoon, PSU women's basketball wins again, this time 95-72 over Henderson State. Karina Gerber leads the way with a double-double, 20 points and 12 rebounds. Sydney Holmes and Grace Pyle each score 15 points apiece. The Gorillas are now 5-0, which is their best start to a season since 2017. PSU plays its next game on the road at Missouri Western next Thursday. Switching gears over to Missouri Southern basketball, the Lions women's hoops team won its first 2 games of the season, taking down Harding in a close one, then blowing out Henderson State. But this afternoon, the Lions have their first loss of the year. They fall to the number 12 team in the country, Southern Nazarene, 73-52 on the road. Nobody on Southern scores double-figure points. Moso doesn't get much of a break. It has Thanksgiving off tomorrow. before playing a couple of Texas schools, Angelo State and Midwestern State, this weekend. Meanwhile, Missouri Southern men's basketball, they lose as well this evening, falling to Drury 76-70. Darius Dawson, Cam Williams, and Avery Taggart account for 53 of the Lions' 70 points. Southern is now 2-3 on the season. It doesn't get much of a break. MSSU back in Joplin to face Rockhurst this coming Saturday at 3 o'clock. Back to Pitt State football, very different for them, coming in as the underdog this Saturday.
And again, you are going to be in
Yes.
Michigan. You're going to be covering that game. You're going to be keeping us updated through social media and staying on top of it.
Looking forward to it.
We all are. We'll be right back.
Uncle Casey's has thin crust.
Hey, if you're thinking of getting a puppy over the holidays, you might want to consider which breed is your wallet's best friend. According to the Wall Street Journal, the French Bulldog is the most popular breed right now, but Frenchie puppies are also the most expensive, an average of $2,800 or more. Over its average lifetime of 11 years, a French Bulldog will cost more than $34,000 in expenses. The best bark for your buck is a Rat Terrier or its close cousin, the Jack Russell. They live for 15 years and they have a lifetime expense of just over $28,000. The most expensive, the Tibetan Mastiff, which will cost nearly $49,000 to maintain over their 11-year lifetime. Now again, we cannot independently verify these numbers. These are Wall Street Journal numbers, and yeah, it's a national average, so it might be less in the 4 states, but still.
I can verify having
That's a lot
two
of money.
Frenchies at home.
Yes.
Allergies, can't breathe, back problems, hip problems. They cost a lot of money.
But the question is, are they worth it?
Oh, they're totally worth it.
Times 2.
They're totally worth it. Not 3, just 2.
Okay.
All right, weather-wise, Thanksgiving looks pretty good. Clouds increasing, but a high of 60. Cooler on Friday.
Final sports note.
Plenty of Thanksgiving football tomorrow in the NFL. It starts early, 11:30 with the Lions and Packers.
Yeah, you gotta love Thanksgiving football. Thanks for joining us. Morning show, 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.